Welcome to the Warsaw Narrative, the first English language podcast dedicated to the history of Warsaw. If you enjoy this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Today, we look at the connection between Warsaw and the legendary Pablo Picasso. Warsaw is the mermaid capital of the world. Statues of her are everywhere, with the Old Town Mermaid being the most famous. But did you know there's a version of the mermaid drawn by Picasso himself? Let's go back to August 1948, 3 years after World War II. Picasso was in Poland to attend the World Congress of Intellectuals for Peace in Wrocław. During his stay, he visited Warsaw to see how the capital was being rebuilt after the war. On October 3rd, he was taken to what now is the intersection of Deotymy and Świdnika streets to tour a new housing development. His guide that day was engineer Halina Pongowska-Czyżyńska. According to Halina, Picasso was very interested in the post-war reconstruction. To thank her for the tour, he offered to draw something as a gift. Halina, understanding its value, politely declined, saying that her honor as host did not allow it. For refusing his gift, Picasso decided to play a joke on Halina. Picasso went into one of the unfinished apartments, walked up to a wall by the main entrance, took out a piece of black charcoal and quickly sketched a version of the Warsaw Mermaid, only this time with Halina's face. Then he turned to her and said in French, "Pour vous, madame." Now, Halina could not refuse this gift. But Picasso made one small change. The Warsaw Mermaid holds a sword, but in Picasso's version, she's holding a hammer. As a pacifist, he refused to draw weapons, especially in a city recovering from war. The story doesn't end there. Once construction was complete, a young couple moved into that apartment. They were told they would be living with a work of art and that they had an obligation to protect it. News spread of Picasso's mermaid and people began to visit, sometimes 300 to 400 people a day. What started as a source of pride for the couple quickly became a nightmare. The couple begged the administration for help. Finally, in 1953, they were granted permission to have the mermaid painted over. By that time, the charcoal drawing of the mermaid had started to disappear. Sometimes it was covered with a carpet to protect it. One day, a construction worker arrived with a ladder and a bucket of white paint. Before painting over the mermaid, he looked at it and said, My brother-in-law could have drawn something like that." To make things even worse, the next owners had the plaster removed from the wall. The mermaid was truly gone, but not forgotten. 66 years later, in 2019, the current owner of the apartment had artists recreate the drawing, exactly where it had once been, this time using acrylic paint. But that's not the only mermaid Picasso left behind in Warsaw. After sketching the first mermaid, Picasso was invited to dinner at the home of Warsaw's mayor, Stanisław Towiński. During the meal, Mrs. Towińska handed him the family album and asked if Picasso could draw something inside. Picasso agreed and drew another version of the mermaid holding a hammer, similar to the first one, but much smaller. This mermaid still exists, somewhere. Its location is currently unknown. So, the next time you see two different Warsaw mermaids drawn by Picasso and you are not sure which one is which, please remember this one small detail. The apartment mermaid has nipples, while the family album mermaid does not. Thank you for listening, and take care.